All right, guys, we have the co-defensive player of the year in the Mountain West Conference in the house tonight from the New Mexico Lobos, Mr. Jaxton Eck. Welcome to the channel, Jaxton.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on.
It's our pleasure, man. I know that not only myself am excited, and my 5-year-old son, of course, but I know a lot of our viewers will be super pumped to have you on, man. So I appreciate your time. So Jaxton, you're 6'1", 224 pounds, and play linebacker for the New Mexico Lobos, as I said, and you had 126 tackles this year. So I think our viewers who either play on the defensive side of the ball, whether it's JV or varsity, and either they try to hit dudes and they miss, or they just don't get a lot of tackles for whatever reason. What does it feel like, man, to have 126 tackles in a season?
It's fun. Football has always been something I've loved to do, especially playing defense. Growing up, I always preferred hitting guys instead of getting hit on offense. Honestly, I think playing defense, biggest thing to get tackled is just playing really hard, doing your job. I have a lot of great players around me. I have a great D-line in front of me, all around, good guys all around me. So as long as I'm doing my job and playing really hard, good things will happen.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
That's awesome.
And, you also, I feel like too, you can't get down in there. Like especially playing in college, you play a lot of talented backs, just a lot of talented out in general. You can't get discouraged if you miss one. You just gotta play him. Yeah, you can't lose that confidence.
That makes sense, man. That makes total sense. So what did it feel like? This was big news, man. What did it feel like being named co-defensive player of the year in the Mountain West Conference? And we're talking, guys, you know the Mountain West Conference. That's Boise State. That's UNLV, Fresno State, San Jose State, Air Force. I mean, Colorado State. We could go down the whole list of teams, and it is an extensive list of dudes that could have been named Defensive Player of the Year. So, Jaxton, if you could tell us what it felt like to be named Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, first of all, just thank you, Jesus. I mean,
That's awesome, man.
Same blessing and honor to receive.
Yeah.
I couldn't, like growing up, I couldn't imagine just being blessed with this honor, and it's honestly a testament to, like I said, the people I have around me. I have so many great teammates that make it easy for me, and also my coaches putting me in great position to be successful. A lot of plays where I'm not even getting blocked because our D1 is doing such a great job keeping me clean, so I can just run to the ball. And then just like I said, the guys just blessed me with so many opportunities, and then also just around so many great people to make it possible. Although it feels great for me personally, and just like feels good that the hard work paid off, I certainly couldn't have done it with a lot of people around me.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Whether you're playing defensive line, whether you're hand fighting, whatever you're doing to try to take up that guard, that center, that tackle, maybe you're getting double teamed. Just know that you're freeing up guys like Jaxton to get to the ball and to make those tackles. And that doesn't mean that he doesn't do work, but for the guys in the trenches and the guys that play on the outside and deep in the secondary, and everyone, I think Jaxton would agree, has to, and he kind of said this, everybody contributed to his success, but I still say, man, coming from what was expected of the Lobos this year, and to not only have the record that you guys did, but to have you do what you did, man, is it's right up there with the Brian Urlacher days, man. So it's good times, man, good times. So we appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. So you played for your dad at Idaho, and for those of you viewers out there that don't know, the kind of the mastermind, if you will, behind this New Mexico resurgence is Jaxton's dad, Coach Eck, and he basically, took Idaho and made them great at the FCS level. And Jaxton played for him at Idaho. And then, of course, whenever his dad got the head job at New Mexico, Jaxton followed him here. And I guess I'll ask the question, which a lot of our viewers probably want to know. What's that like playing for your dad, man?
Yeah, I'd say it's really unique. Not a lot of people get that opportunity to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly something like growing up, I didn't know for sure if I exactly wanted. Just a lot of kind of the stereotypes and narratives around coaches' kids didn't seem the most attractive to me growing up. Just didn't want, like, I worked really hard to earn opportunities to play at the college level. I didn't want that to be invalidated by playing for my dad. But,
right.
It's honestly been one of the greatest blessings I've ever gotten because just having my family at every game, getting to spend a lot more time with my dad, just, him being busy as a college coach, seeing him every day, being around him a lot more, gotten a lot closer with him. And, yeah, it's honestly one of the greatest experiences that I've had.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I would suspect that it could be challenging at times, but in my view, and probably a lot of the viewers out there, when you can win Defensive Player of the Year in your conference, it takes a little bit of pressure probably off of you, and the fact that it's not like, hey, my dad's playing me, or whatever. It's like, you earned your role, and you not only earned that role, but you went above and beyond, the expectations that some had of you. So that's really, really awesome. And I'm close to my dad too, or I was very close to my dad. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago. He was my best friend, and was without being my actual coach, he was basically my pitching coach throughout, growing up, and then throughout high school and throughout college, and so I definitely appreciated that time I had with my dad. But so if you could, man, would you tell us how difficult was your adjustment from the FCS level to the FBS level?
Yeah, I can talk about that. I'd say honestly the bigger jump I'd say was from high school to college, just going high school to FCS. I'd say that just because the speed of the game is way different from high school to college. In high school, you can, you're probably one of the best athletes on the field, if not the best athlete in every game you play in, if you're going on to play in college.
Absolutely. Yep.
You can kind of get away with your kind of raw abilities and maybe not being the most detailed, where in college, everyone's really good. So if you're not super detailed and do exactly what you're supposed to do, a lot of times you get beat. So I think that was a big adjustment for me. It's just the speed of it. Everyone's a lot faster, bigger and stronger. That was definitely an adjustment. But I was also fortunate enough, I didn't redshirt my freshman year of college, but it was a big part of it was because I early enrolled. So I graduated in December.
Oh, okay.
My senior year of high school. So I was out and I did spring ball spring before my freshman year. So that kind of helped me get adjusted.
Oh, good.
A bit easier of a trip.
Yeah.
But then I'd say, because then I played some my freshman year, was more like a rotational guy. I didn't start, played special teams, but then rotated in on defense. But then getting that experience helped me then my sophomore year, my last year at Idaho, just felt a lot more comfortable playing at that level and even got to play against a couple FBS teams. I played Oregon and Wyoming my sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that kind of helped. Yes, going from FCS to FBS, the overall talent level is definitely higher, I'd say, at the FBS level. I got some experience of playing that level.
Sure.
While at FCS.
Yeah.
It wasn't it's a crazy transition.
Probably the most important question I'll ask you of the night. We'll just get this out of the way, but do you play CFB 26? And if so, are you good?
I'm a big college football player. Me and my roommates.
Yeah.
Jack Laney plays quarterback, and then
Yeah.
Brett Carhu. He's one of our starting DNs. He has like 7 sacks this year.
Oh yeah.
Player as well.
Absolutely.
We have like a little whiteboard in our apartment. Track our wins and losses against each other.
Oh, that's awesome.
I argue I'm the best in the house, but I'm sure they have their own opinion.
Right. Yeah, Jack.
It's a lot of fun.
With all due respect, Jack says that he's pretty darn good. So I don't want to say he said he's better than you, but he said he's all right. If I could, man, Jaxton, could you tell us a little bit about your faith?
Yeah. I've been really fortunate, I'd say especially in high school and college, to have a lot of great faith mentors in my life that have really helped me grow in my faith. I'd say growing up, I grew up in a Catholic household. My dad grew up in a Catholic family, and he went to like a Catholic high school. But we went to church pretty much every Sunday growing up. But that wasn't something that was like crazy important to me. It was kind of just like we're going to church. My family does that. But I think when I got to high school and then college too, I kind of more had to like make that choice on my own. Because my dad, when he got the job out of Idaho, my mom actually stayed back so I could finish my senior year of South Dakota. My mom's like on her own we have 5 kids.
Oh wow!
I'm trying to help her take care of my younger siblings.
Yeah.
We didn't go to church then when I was in high school, so I kind of had to make that choice on my own. We had a really good on my high school team, like our team chaplain for high school, which is kind of rare for a high school to have that. But he ran like I don't know if you've heard of like FCA.
Sure.
Christian.
Absolutely.
He ran like an FCA huddle for our high school, and like the athletes in our high school that we'd have like weekly meetings. And I think that was really big for me to just still have some aspect where on my own I was choosing to grow in my faith and just learn more about Jesus Christ. But that mentor, his name's Bruce Johnson, just a super influential person in my life. Just like a godly man, so selfless, just serving others. But he really was one of the first people that really helped me grow more in my faith and just have the curiosity and passion to grow in that aspect of my life. But then also when I got to college, kind of similar, we had like a team chaplain also that ran team Bible studies for our football team at Idaho. Andrew Gogol and Sam Harris, both of them were really big for me, just because especially in college now, I'm outside the house, like it's just up to me what I want to do with my faith. And I had some great teammates too that I'd go to church with every week. But yeah, I could go on and on. I had a lot of different people who've had a big impact on me. I actually got confirmed with a few of my teammates spring of 2024. So that was really cool to get to do that with them. We kind of would meet with the priest every once or twice a week during the spring, and got to do that. So that was really cool. But yeah, I'd say I'm still growing a lot in my faith, trying to learn more about Scripture and just growing all aspects of my life. But definitely something that's very important to me.
That's awesome, man. And for those of you guys out there, I think at pretty much every high school, for the most part, there's Fellowship of Christian Athletes, or FCA, as Jaxton was mentioning. And, it's not just for athletes, and so if you guys are needing a place, a base kind of, if you will, a group of guys or girls that, you can kind of lean on, trust in, respect. And, I'm not saying everybody that goes to FCA is truly trying to serve God or follow the Lord, but it definitely is a good place to start, especially, if you're still in junior high or high school, so definitely look at those options, because you can meet some neat people, and in my experience, those kind of people in your life, they help sharpen you. They help, just like a well-trained athlete, they push you to be better. They push you to be better at your faith, and just like in athletics, we always want to be better, right? And we may be named the defensive player of the year, and next year we want to repeat that, and we want to be the an All-American or whatever it might be, and we're always wanting to be better, and that there's no difference in our faith, and even though we're saved by grace, our faith can always be sharpened and made better. So that's very cool, man. I appreciate you sharing that with us. So with football being a pretty intense sport, and especially as a I don't know if they call you truly a linebacker or a Mike or what they call you, but, playing a position where you're out to get after whoever has the ball, how do you integrate your faith into football?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say, too, as I've grown in my faith throughout high school and college, I feel like I've grown so much as a player just because I have that, like you said, that foundation. I'd say in football, it can be like a really up and down game. I've been fortunate to be a part of a lot of wins, but you also go through a lot of losses and like injuries and setbacks.
Sure.
Within the sport. So I think as I've grown more in my faith, I've learned to be more grounded and handle those ups and downs. I'd say, especially when I was a younger athlete, I really let maybe a bad performance or a bad play or a loss really affect me. As a person, and affect me outside of football. It kind of becomes almost your identity. So I think growing in my faith has allowed me to have an identity outside of sport, just really have a greater purpose to my life. So when I'm going out and playing, it's not for glory or to get praise or honors or get a Player of the Year award. It's to glorify Him and just make the most of the abilities He's given me. Because when you really look back on it, I've worked very hard to get to where I'm at, but I've also had, like I said before, a lot of great blessings and opportunities that have been given to me that really were out of my hands, and really just the Lord's doing. So I think just having that perspective, and then, like I said before too, just being able to be grounded and rooted in the Lord, will help you and become a better player, but also just help you in life be a better person as well.
Yeah, I agree 100%, man. It definitely was a part of my life throughout collegiate athletics, or high school athletics and collegiate athletics, and it definitely is. Man, there are some tough losses that come along with the victories, as we all know, and definitely Jaxton has experienced those, and I definitely have, and I'm sure many of you guys out there have too. And when you have a faith background, or you have a faith structure in your life, that component is so much deeper and more meaningful than the wins and losses. And that's not to take away that you always want to do your very best. You always want to honor God with your hard work, with your excellence at what you do, whether that's football or whatever it might be. But when you do take those L's, you can take it with a little bit of a grain of salt and say, well, I just lift this up to the Lord, and may His will be done, and I'll try to get Him next time. So that makes sense to me. I don't want to keep you too long, man, and I appreciate your time so much. But I think the last question I have for you, man, if you would, is do you have any advice for believers in Christ, and even for those who may not know Jesus?
Yeah, I just say God's going to meet you where you're at. Not everyone's at the same part of their faith journey. We all grew up differently. We're all raised differently. We all have different background understanding from the people we're surrounded with. But it's never too late to grow deeper in your faith, and never think that, oh, I've sinned too much, God will never accept me. That's just not true. Um, I've sinned and fell short so many times in my life, and God's always picked me up. So I that's just what I'd say is, don't feel like insecure about maybe not understanding. Just have curiosity, try and learn from as many people as you can. And so, like for me, some of those groups like FCA or just team Bible studies in college, I've learned so much just being with some of my peers, growing with them.
That's awesome, man. That's great advice, man. And he hit that on the head, man. That is exactly what I would say. And probably the only thing I would just add to those of you guys that maybe you don't, maybe you weren't born with God-given athletic ability. Well, just know this, that God made you for a purpose. And maybe that purpose is not sports, but it is something else phenomenal. And you just have to figure out what that is. God will show you if you just invite him into your heart. Admit that you're a sinner, invite him into your heart. Like Jaxton said, get plugged in to stuff like FCA and group Bible studies in college and even in high school. And God will begin to show you, all the gifts that he has given you. And who cares if it's not athletic gifts, That's okay, man. It takes all of us to win people over for Jesus and to encourage people in Jesus. And yeah, we're all here because we love FBS or CFB 26 and we love Madden 26. But maybe some of you guys are not, the best athlete. Well, that is 100% cool with Jesus, because he put other talents in you that Jaxton and I maybe wish we had and will never have, you know what I mean? And I can tell you, and I don't want to speak for Jaxton, but I think he agrees with me, that for those of you that are lonely out there, and maybe people are not kind to you, but know that Jaxton and I care for you, and that there's a God that loves you so much, and he has a plan for your life, guys. It's close to my heart, man. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much, Jaxton, for being with us, man. I'm just grateful to you. I wish you the best of luck at, is it the Rate Bowl that you're going to?
Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
Guaranteed Rate Bowl, yeah. And it's in Arizona, so anybody that lives in Arizona or close, and really even in New Mexico, because it borders Arizona, man, I encourage you guys to go watch Jaxton and Jack Lane and the whole crew, man, and watch them do work. I've done a lot of film work, studying Jack, and even you too, man, and just very impressed with everything you've done this year. And as a former New Mexican, I thank you for what you've done for University of New Mexico, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me on. This was fun.
Yeah, you bet, man. Anytime. And we'll be talking soon, man. And take care. And we'll have you on again soon, okay?
Sounds good.